and today we're going to be covering how to finesse the trade system and get maximum value here at Madden 20 franchise. And this is something that isn't stressed on, and I feel like it should be, because some people have trouble within the trade system, and people need to realize that it's super easy. So dump off players is what I like to call it. So people like running backs that have great value, any other player that can show green interest. So let's say we go over and we want to get rid of someone that's kind of paid high, but we know we can get value for, and they're not really that good. Someone like Bobby Massey, for example, is really good. You can really do any type of player because these teams are really desperate at some positions. So we can do, let me think of somebody that is decent. You know, someone that you would not even think would be able to actually get interest, at least yellow interest from somebody. We're going to try. Alright, guys. Let's try and test out Javon Wims, alright? Let's try to. As you can see, we took a 69 receiver. And let me go back. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we're on the Bengals here. They're on red. So we're going to kind of flip through. As you can see, we're already drawing green interest out of the Broncos. And you can just kind of filter through these and realize that he can draw an interest through teams. And this is how to get maximum value, is taking players that you wouldn't think that you'd be able to get value from, and use that towards your advantage to be able to help either towards picks that you want and stack on picks. You can do the stack method on picks, or you can use this to be able to use for the greater good of other players that you want to get within franchise. So really the resources you get off of not really that good of players on your team is huge for later. So the Broncos, they like them. So we can honestly probably finesse a first round pick out of this, believe it or not. As we can draw already halfway interest, we can throw in like, I don't know, like a fifth this year, and we'll try like a fifth next year and see how close we get. And we're drawing yellow interest at this point, so I'll bump it up. We'll go a fifth this year and a second next year maybe. It's a little much, but okay, they want a little more. Okay, well, we do have two 2020 second round picks, so for this instance we're just going to do this and see if it kind of goes through, and it was accepted. There you have it. We already have a second round pick, and now we have a first round pick out of a 69 overall wide receiver in Javon Wims. And I'll kind of go through this in a couple more examples, but we get a mid-tier pick, from the Broncos, that you wouldn't think you'd be able to get from a 69 overall. And I'll kind of go through a couple more, but this is how you're able to get maximum value. And what you're always trying to do within trades also, make sure that you are always winning the trade. And by terms of that, you're not trying to match, or you're not trying to even lose, or because you're just sitting there forever and you're not getting exactly what you want. You want to be able to sit there and go through things and be able to win the trade. So we're going to kind of go through a couple more examples here. Obviously Chase Daniel isn't going to be someone that's going to get anything, but we can go through and get, okay, we have Anthony Miller. He's obviously going to draw interest. We could try Riley Ridley here. Let me think here of who I want to do. Some of these younger guys are just going to draw in some guys. We'll try this Brent Urban, alright? Left end Brent Urban. We're going to go through, kind of see if any team is willing to do something. Even yellow interest is huge for anybody that needs a left end. If you can't, then you can't. But you have to realize that not many players are like this. Most players that are like this, and even don't even have that big of a cap hit, they're going to draw interest. He doesn't really seem... Okay, he didn't really draw any interest. So we're going to try someone like Roy Robertson Harris. I believe he's a little younger. Not many teams need an end, so I'll probably try a different position for you guys. Okay. Alright, we're going to try a different position here. I still want to... I might have to go circle back to receiver. this would be hilarious if I was able to get something for Joel Igbinoue. Cycle back to the Bengals and see if anybody likes him at all. I highly doubt it. And as you see, no one liked him, unfortunately. So we're kind of go down a little bit. Aaron Lynch is someone that's definitely going to draw an interest. So we got Buster's screen here. Probably draw some interest. Alright, for the Bears, there's not, a terrific amount of backups. But what I stress is depth. And if you're a team, and if you go with a team that has depth, I definitely say, let's go with Riley Ridley here and be like, okay, yeah, man, let's tap on him. Let's view the player card. Let's realize that he's only normal. He's young. He has versatility, and we can get something out of him for compensation. And that's how we can put use into stuff we get later. So as we draw yellow interest from the Bills, we already again get green interest from the Broncos, which is huge. Some teams are really desperate, like the Broncos, and we're getting yellow interest, as you guys can see. We'll probably have to go with like a yellow interest type of team, just because we already took the first rounder from the Broncos. So, see, this is huge, but we're probably going to have to give up a little more, but you guys can give this up. And by doing that, is if you have like a stack of running backs, you can always throw that in there. Like a 70 running back that you don't need. That's a great piece that you can throw into a trade. But as you have Riley Ridley in here, I really don't want to give up a second round, this year. So you know what? I know, a top 5 pick like this is huge. So what we can do is give up a first round next year and see where we can get. And we're actually in the green. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to give up a little something later. We'll see what the 4th next year can do for us. And we're just missing it. So we'll go with a 3rd. And if not, then we'll test something else out like a player. And it was accepted. So for all of that, which isn't much, we already have 2 first-round picks for giving up 2 69 overall players. So make sure you guys do this within your pieces on your team. Do not ever label a guy out as if he cannot be tradable because he's too bad. Because as you can see, 69 overall, as long as he has, not too old, not over that 30 echelon, and you're able to get compensation for it and use that for your team later on, that's how you can make your team really dominant and also not have a really bad cap hit, if you're smart with the compensation you get. So if you guys really found this helpful and you guys find this easier for Madden 20 franchise here down the late stretch for finessing the trade system and getting maximum value, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Comment down below if this worked for you. And that'll basically do it, guys. And I will catch you guys in the next one.